come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Vikings! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. It's Burrow. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave it with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Third down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
for it on fourth. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now Burrow. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense, Charles. He already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right. In motion left, the tight end. Third and goal, Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Seibert's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They go to Elliott again.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Vikings at 9-4 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. After 1, 7-3 to score on EA Sports. Second down, Elliott.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it.
Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Inside give to Elliott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints pick over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Burrow. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Here's Burrow.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
First down. Here's Burrow.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Vikings are going to take over here out near the 40.
Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a threat. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's got some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 24, Burrow. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Under pressure, they got him again. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow on play action. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Kamara. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Joe Burrow
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Saints are back within a score.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Elliott running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Fourth down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Vikings! Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one and ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's complete to Lockett.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They juked him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the 24, Burrow. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Chase Young, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish a chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Open man is Duvernay.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this the holiday season because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He hits his target, Lockett.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give to Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Malik McDowell,
he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
That game on 4th field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this out past the 25. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Here we go. First down, Saints.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chase Young getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. First down. Here's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
11 Thomas. 11 MP Tate. 11 MP Tate. 11. 12. 12.
Burrow will throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
11 Thomas. 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this